What's up and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can get a smartphone vlogging setup with any smartphone for under 75 bucks. I'm also doing a giveaway for the same tripod and microphone from this setup, so if you want to win that, make sure you stick around until the end of the video to see how to enter. So first, I'm going to tell you about all the different pieces from the setup. Then I'll tell you what each thing is and how they work together. And then you'll see some footage of me out and about with the setup, trying it out so you guys can see what it's like. So first thing first is the tripod. This particular tripod is called the Manfrotto Pixie Mini. Manfrotto is a great brand, and this thing right here has excellent build quality. It has a standard thread mount, so it'll fit with almost any smartphone clip or into any camera or other mounting system. Another cool thing about this tripod is that it has a button right here so that you can move and rotate the head and get whatever angle you want to get. Next is the cold shoe extender bracket by a brand called Ulanzi. Essentially what this does is allows you to screw this on top of a tripod and then screw either a camera or a smartphone mount or whatever you want on top of it, and then you have right here what's called the cold shoe, which is where you slide the microphone in so that the two are not touching. Not only is it essential if you're going to be doing a smartphone vlogging setup because you need somewhere to mount the mic, but it's also great if you're using a camera with a flip up screen like my Sony a6400 for example, because then you could put this underneath the camera and mount the microphone to the side and still be able to flip the screen up without the microphone getting in the way. The next thing in our setup is the smartphone clamp, and it's as simple as it sounds. It is a smartphone clamp that extends so you can fit pretty much any size smartphone in here, and then it uses the thread mount underneath to mount on top of the tripod. This one is also made by Manfrotto, so it's definitely a good clamp, and as a bonus it also has a little kickstand on the back in case you wanted to use this as just a stand or something by itself. And last but not least is the microphone. So this is what's called the Boya MM1 microphone, and it's absolutely amazing for the price. So this is the microphone right here. It's incredibly compact, lightweight, good build quality, and it gives you excellent audio. It also comes with this bracket here, and it has a cold shoe underneath, so like I said, you can slide this right into any cold shoe and mount the mic to the camera, or in this case, the phone. The microphone also comes with a dead cat. Yeah, I don't know who came up with that name, but in any case, that's what this thing is called. It's a dead cat. And basically what it does is helps reduce the noise from wind and plosives and things like that. On the inside is a rubber ring so that when you slide it onto the microphone itself, it's nice and snug, it's not gonna go anywhere or fall off. And last but not least, it comes with an auxiliary wire to plug into the back of the microphone. Now there's two very important things to note about the auxiliary wire. Number one, you need to be using what's called a TRRS jack. Basically what that means is you'll have a headphone jack that has 3 rings on it, not 2. The reason for that is because when you're using a smartphone, you need the 3 rings. You got the left input, the right input, and then the microphone. If you use a standard one, like one that you would plug into a camera or something like that, that's called the TRS, and it only has 2 black rings. That is not going to work with any smartphone. Luckily enough, this microphone comes with one of those wires, and it even has a little tag to let you know that this is for the smartphone so you don't get confused. Now, most smartphones these days probably don't have the headphone jack. Man, remember the headphone jack? Anyway, most smartphones these days do not have a headphone jack, so you're going to need a dongle. Every time I say that word, I laugh. Dongle, dongle, dongle. But yeah, you will definitely need a dongle if you're like me and you have one of the newer iPhones, or if you have a newer Android phone. Most phones these days, unfortunately, do not have a headphone jack, so you will need a dongle. But again, it's very simple. You just plug this end in and boom, you're good to go. So that is pretty much it. That's all the equipment you really need to get started vlogging with really good quality right away. I'll also make sure to link everything from the video in the description below. Now, just a little disclaimer, I applied for the affiliate marketing program from Amazon, so hopefully by the time this video gets out, I've already been approved, and if that's the case, and you go and buy one of these items using my link, I get a small commission, and it doesn't cost you anything more, so that would really help out, it would really help me build this channel, and you get some cool stuff. And hey, I'm a pretty trustworthy guy. I'm telling you, I stand by this stuff. It's great if you want to start vlogging, but you don't want to buy a camera, or you're overwhelmed with the idea of buying a camera and you want to just use your smartphone. This stuff is all going to do justice. So now that we've got our entire setup all ready to go, let's go out and see how it looks. Guys, so this is the setup I got going right now. I got my iPhone 12 Pro Max with the Boya microphone and the Manfrotto Mini tripod, and this is it. Like, it's this simple, as you can probably see from some of the video in a second here. It's a very small setup. Like, literally I could probably almost fit this whole setup in my pocket if I really wanted to. It's not that difficult, but it's great. It's convenient. You can see it's great video. Like I said, obviously I'm using the iPhone 12 Pro Max, so I'm gonna get good video. But the reason I called this smartphone is because you can put any smartphone in this and you'll get as good a video as the camera you got. And these days, the cameras we have in our pockets are so good that you can pretty much roll with anything and you'll get great vlog footage. So the cool thing about the fact that I'm using the iPhone 12 Pro Max is that the newer iPhones have what's called Dolby Vision HDR, and HDR means high dynamic range. So as you can see behind me, the sky probably looks great. Instead of looking blown out like it normally would, that's the dynamic range. That's what you're getting back there, and it looks great on the new iPhone lineup. And you guys know I'm team iPhone, so this is with the front-facing camera. And now the nice thing about this, of course, is that you can see yourself in the screen, but the only downside is it's very easy to get stuck looking at the screen when you need to be looking at the lens, so that it doesn't look like you got lazy eyes. But like I said, if you're not used to using a camera, or you're kind of just getting started out and you're used to the selfie camera, this is how good it is on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And it's still pretty stable with the setup. It's still got good audio, so you can get some pretty good shots with the front-facing camera, and then have the benefit of having the screen to make sure you're in frame and see what's going on. Now, of course, the one downside of the front camera, as you can see here, is that the dynamic range in the sky, much worse. The sky is way more blown out, but for the most part, people probably don't care, especially if you're indoors and stuff like that. Then using the front screen, the front camera is probably just fine. Another plus of the iPhone 12 Pro Max is that the sensor itself actually has stabilization. So even with no stabilizer, just the simple handheld tripod I'm using, it's still great stable footage. And you can see, even if I'm, I get a little active out here moving around a little bit, it's still gonna look stable. I can't go on enough about how good the iPhone 12 Pro Max camera is. So this is it, guys. This is my handheld vlogging setup right off of your smartphone for only $75. I'll have links to everything in the description below. I'm also doing a giveaway. So if you wanna win the same tripod and microphone from this, all you gotta do is very simple. Make sure you're subscribed, drop a comment on the video, and follow me on Instagram, and I'll have all that linked below. And that's it. This is the $75 smartphone vlogging setup. Let me know what you guys are gonna do. You're gonna go out and shoot some vlogs, get some cool B-roll. Let me know, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.